Episode 2, The Future. There's a lot of things that that pop up in my head. I mean, when you first think about the future, you think about what's gonna happen in 5 years or something like that. You think about what's gonna change to the world. How is our system and economy gonna look like? Society, what it brings us. Who's gonna be the future leaders of this world? Who's gonna be this? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You just think about stuff like that. What you gonna do for the rest of your life if you make it? That's what the first thing that comes in mind. I guess if you're trying to ask like a different perspective, like, hey, what is this like? What is this all really like? Think like, what do you really honestly think? What the future is gonna hold or whatever? I mean, honestly, dude, it's like just, everyone typically speaks about like, electric cars, no more fossil fuels, gas is irrelevant, electric cars, stuff like that, drones ordering, you ordering pizza and drones come into your house and, drop it off. All your Amazon's gonna be shipped by drones, so you don't have to have shipping and handling in bay, or maybe you do, you know what I'm saying? You think about like, I don't know if you guys ever watched this one show, this anime show called Psychopaths. I think about like that type stuff that they have on Psychopaths, where you get to change without even like moving a finger. You got these things where they like judge, like in the criminal justice area, they called psychopaths. If your psychopath is like over the the normal amount, boom, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about when it comes to the future. Just things like that, futuristic things that like is not, it's surprising at first, but we can adapt to. um Yo, that real talk though, I won't lie to you, man. Like, just thinking of that, it's hard to really say that like some of that stuff is even like it's hard to not deny that like the stuff you say may not come to life. Like, I've seen this one YouTube video, this one YouTuber named Tech Source. I don't know, shout out to him. He's a really humble dude. He was doing this drone, or like, I don't, it's not a drone. It was this little robot review where the robot like, it gives you like, it talks to you, it recognizes your face, it does certain stuff to you for you, like tells you the temperature of the day, the time. You can set alarm. You know what I'm saying? You can tell it to like, what else can you really honestly do? It's just like stuff like that. It's like, it's a little, you have your own mini personal housemaid, or stuff like that. And I'm just like thinking like, someone probably predicted that in like 2010, or you know what I'm saying, like 2006, and then boom, like they're making stuff like that. um I have a feeling that my predictions, or anyone's predictions that we've like gathered so far, may come to life, because straight up, I don't know, like it just seems like nowadays everything's so innovated. Like, I seen, like, if you've been to Japan, like you seen their toilets, like they got heaters, they got all this other stuff just to make you feel comfortable. In Japan, and like the Japanese people, I mean Asians, I mean, oh, racial, but like they've been always been so creative. Like, that's why you see everything made in China, because they're really hardworking. Other than Africans, I mean, like those are probably the two most hardworking people in this world, like the Asians and the Africans. Speaking from a perspective of an African, I say that The Asians got a little bit more better because they're more innovated and like they have more technology and they have more capabilities than what Africans have. Because that's the root of the world. Anyway, that's a different topic, but but just real talk though, like straight up, I do believe that my predictions may come to life. I mean, I have predictions where like I don't know, we might not have tax anymore. There's gonna be another way to make the government's gonna find another way to make money. I feel like there won't be tax. I feel like we might not have like currency anymore. That's like some of my predictions. I don't know. Just when you think about the world in the future, like you think about like stuff that like people, like I said before, previous question, things that you could adapt to, and when I think about that, I really think about like stuff that like I would love to see that is probably possible. And like I feel like currency might be taking out the system, and people are gonna start using internet money or another way to like pay for stuff, or what I'm saying, a different whole type of system. I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm gonna be real with you, my dude. Like I don't think it's not gonna go that far because the system we live in is like just rigged for people to work at fast food jobs for the rest of their lives, so people can have fast food. Because if everyone was rich, why would we need to go work at Walmart? You know what I'm saying? So in a way, we're grateful for what we have. We just don't show it. Yeah, they can. They definitely can. Like electric cars, for example. Just a basic example of future stuff. Electric cars and like them and automated cars where they drive by themselves and run off of electricity. I feel like they can really change this world because, fossil fuels. If you really are, if you actually went to school, I hope you. But I mean, real talk, fossil fuels. I mean, you heard about global warming. Like, in the next couple of years, fossil fuels might like, we might have like this whole Earth might like, I forgot, a hurricane. I don't know, I forgot, but like fossil fuels might bring down this whole Earth, and like things may bad might happen to this world if we keep using fossil fuels because they get up in the cloud and they mess up stuff. They cause air pollution and all that BS. So, they're gonna start using electric cars where that doesn't require your consumption of fossil fuels anymore. It's more healthier and safer. But when you think about it, there's always a price for all of these things, and I feel like if it's gonna change the world, people are gonna have to get used to it, just like people are getting used to like smartphones now, and like internet and communication has changed. So like I feel like the functions of this world may change depending on how much, and I feel like living in this world may be more expensive for some people because they're getting stuff like that in the mix. I don't know. I feel like this world is crazy with all that stuff, and it's crazy. It's really interesting and like intriguing. Like people think about this and they're already at works with it. They some of the stuff like cure for cancer. Like there's probably like a whole lab of people in a basement right now, working on the cure of cancer. And we don't know, you know what I'm saying? They're probably using like animals from different breeds, probably like a German Shepherd mixed with a Doberman or something like that. And they're just going off at it, just freaking testing which works with this blood cell, you know what I'm saying? You just don't know. And I think that's very fascinating, at the same time kind of like, wow, because we already have people already figuring out how to, you know, make this and do this and cheat the system. Like, that's crazy to me. So, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna change the world, the way we live, but I know a lot of people are not gonna get used to it. But that's the one thing we gotta learn how to do as humans and living in this world. We always gotta be ready to adapt. Like I said, global warming is something that like people don't look at nowadays because everyone's in their own selfish intent of, matters. That's understandable, but we don't look a third eye to it a lot because, we don't have to deal with it. But when the time comes, I think, people are going to really start panicking and really be paranoid because there's a lot of stuff that we can contribute to global warming. I don't want to sound like this is like a history video, but I'm just saying, like, straight up, if global warming is going to be a threat, we got to make sure that, like, just littlest you can do, just take care of your freaking world. But I mean, like I said, I'm sounding like some old papa or something like that, so I ain't gonna speak too much on that. That's up to your will, what you want to do. I mean, I'm not no, I ain't no saint to that matter, so don't quote me on that. But is it for the good or the bad of the world? Honestly, dude, it's kind of weird because this is kind of like rubbing off of last episode's topic about life. We live in a world where, people's skeptics of mind are different. We wake up every morning at 5 a.m. We get dressed, brush our hair, wash our face, brush our teeth, brew up that coffee, you know what I'm saying? Get the coffee brewer going on, pour ourselves a cup of coffee, and leave by 6:30 a.m. Boom, we're ready to go to work. We're burning the gas. It's cold. Windows in the car iced up. You start on the car, heat it up, leave the car on for like a good 20 minutes, melted, ready to go, and you're on your way to work. And we do that every day. Go to lunch break, probably go to Taco Bell or McDonald's, or probably sit out at the American Deli and just eat your sandwich, go back to work, do the same thing. And it's like all this stuff that like we legit, when something new comes out, we slowly have a little gateway opening to that daily regimen that we do every day in our life, and we slowly just let it make it seem like it's normal, like let's, for example, let's say we have robotic maids and stuff, just imagine like the intricacies of having that. Like, it's gonna slowly take effect where when you're making your own hot coffee, that robotic maid's gonna take over and do that. When you're doing all this other stuff and you need a multitasker, you got that robotic maid doing that for you. Hey, you might even get used to the fact that a car's driving by itself, so you might as well already get used to the fact that you don't have to really put so much time into getting ready quickly. You can legit get ready in your car while the car drives for you. And that's another thing I've seen in Psycho Pass, where like she got used to the fact that there was something that changes her clothes. She gets ready, she barely has to do anything, dude. She walks out the car drives for them, dude, just straight up. And then she can just tell this person, whatever, Siri 2.5, hey, call my mans, tell him we gonna dance later on in the night. My man said yeah, and he'd even say yeah. The robot's reading off his mind. But no, just straight up, is it good or the bad for the world, the internet? I don't know, my guy. I'm gonna be straight up real. We never know what's good or bad, a little word of advice is that, every now and then, at least every week or every month, I would say start like going to bed without the phone, just straight up turn off the lights and everything. Spend an hour reading, you know what I'm saying? And like shut off the phone, close your eyes a bit. Because, it's really bad to have like stare at a screen for a while. And I've done that multiple times, and I realized that like that really hurts your physical body. Because our body is not able to, read all these informations, all these things that we see every day. It's not really adaptable to that. So when we have these new things that are made by humankind, but our bodies were not made for that, it can really hurt us. So every once in a while, just take a break. Because the future ain't going nowhere, man. An hour of your time, every week or day, just take a break. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. This question's kind of similar to these other previous questions, but can humans adapt to the changes soon to come? Let's put it like this. Like I said before, we solely got to the fact that like Google, we could Google everything. We could go to the internet and be like, just Google it. That's it. Sometimes I remember I was trying to do my math homework or my science homework, and it's like a lab actually, and it's like a kind of like a on your own time lab, and he wants us to look at the moon and like get all the azimuthal angle and all that other stuff. But like I've not been able to see the moon these past couple of days at the night, and I realized that when I told my mom, she was straight up like, just Google it. And it straight up told me everything, like what time the moon rises and what time it sets, so I can get to it and do my homework. And it's just crazy that like that stuff right there, people are used to that now. Like no lie, we don't go outside no more, bro. We legit are used to the stuff that changed. This new generation is new, and we're adapting to it. And I think it's good, but not a lot of people can do that. You know, some people still got their flip phones, living in an apartments B complex, downtown Detroit. They're sitting here reading the newspapers, and they ain't got no TV box. They got the radio. That's it. Some people are living that lifestyle. This reminds me of like the net neutrality movement. A lot of y'all understand that like. And if you're internet, on the internet a lot, you heard about the net neutrality, where they were going to take it down and stuff and peel it or repeal it or whatever. And Obama made this deal where we're able to use free use of the internet. Basically, we can go on anything, whether it's straight up to the pornography websites, straight up to just Googling. That's like the level, the detail. Straight up hacking stuff, looking at private information into like just on the freaking restaurant website. That's how much free use we have. But Donald Trump and all these people had the idea like, this is not good. Let's restrict some areas and start making people pay for stuff. And one thing I've had a problem with this world is that like money seems to be the control of everything we do. Like it's kind of disappointing. Mind you, I'm recording this on a Sunday, so I just got down out of church, and they were straight up just offering, doing their thing and stuff like that. And straight up, I just thought it was just crazy. I was looking at my dollar in my wallet. I was like, I'm looking at this dollar I have. And this is why people are struggling, because they don't have this dollar. Since they want to restrict the net neutrality and make it where people have to pay to go online and stuff, that's because they just want money. Think about this world to nowadays, and just think about how things changed. Like, just think about it. Like, we have poison. We're selling poison to people and giving it to them because we need money. We need another way so we can have currency and stuff, so we can take care of our families, or another way the government can do this and get this. And that's crazy. We'll do anything for money. We have a strip club. They will straight up prostitute themselves for some money. The government sells tobacco everywhere, so people can smoke that and get used to the nicotine. This is the problem. This is the funniest thing in the world. People will put advertisements on televisions, news, YouTube, everywhere. Don't smoke. Stop that. It's bad for you. And it's funny that they tell you that at the same time they sell it in stores publicly to anyone who's legal of age to smoke it. And I'm like, wait. So you want us to stop smoking, but yet you sell it to stores available to the people to yield on their own. And you're probably thinking, oh, well, it's their right and their, will if they want to buy it. But if you don't want people smoking it, and you know that nicotine addiction is strong and it can hurt the lungs, there's black mucus everywhere, destroy the teeth, have bad breath, and all this other stuff, but yet you still sell it? Oh, but it's your free will of choice? Isn't that crazy how this world thinks? Everything is money. They're only doing it for money. And the advertisements that tell you not to smoke, They're doing it. They're only telling you because they're also getting money as well for telling you not to smoke. They're advertising. They're making money off of making money. They're basically freaking telling you don't smoke, but yet they sell freaking tobacco everywhere so anyone can smoke it. But yet they're actually making money off of telling you not to smoke. Everything is money. It doesn't matter what you do, dude. Everywhere you go is money. People will give you a lap dance for $50. They want money. Smoking drugs, drinking alcohol, everything is just money. The government will tax everything. And the only way you're gonna ever get away from tax if you're tax exempt. But if you're not that level, if you're not financially okay or like that stuff, you will never get tax exempt. You'll never see a rich man with tax exempt and food stamps. You'll never see that, bro. But when you see someone with food stamps or tax exempt, they're not living better than a rich man. It's just, that's how the world works. And everyone's so secluded to their own selves. So that's why everyone only cares about themselves. And that's the quote of everyone's out for their own will. Take care of your own self. No one's going to take care of your own. You got to take care of your own. And that's the problem I have with this world in the future that's gonna have to come. Anything that changes in the future, people are gonna quickly adapt to it. And if no one can adapt, no one's gonna care about that person that's unable to have a compatibility with it. So if they come out with if they're legalizing, marijuana, what's next? Legalizing weed? Giving weed to kids? They're gonna adapt to that and they're gonna sell that and they're gonna make millions. That's how the world works. And this future is gonna change. And can humans adapt to it? That's the real question right there. And that's what I'm afraid of. Is straight up, can we adapt to that? Is society able to see that as something that compatible in the near future? Imagine just weed being sold to kids. Oh, it helps them with their bones. Imagine some weird stuff like that. People from every age, kids are smoking because it helps them with their brains. Scientists says statistics have proven that if they smoke weed, they get better in test results. So now they're legalizing weed. Are you serious? That's my problem. I'm always able to be adaptable to everything, every situation. Times that I don't want to do something, I easily adapt to it and get used to it. So if this world in this future changes and it's not for the best or it turns to hell, I'm ready, and who knows how long we're gonna live. Who knows if World War III might break out and it's the end of the world. But just let you guys know that this future that we all think about, this weird reality where robots are everywhere, everything's automated, we're wearing suits and ties with like metallic underlings and stuff like that, like everyone has that reality. That's how it is. Robots ruling the world, but it might be where people are smoking weed, money's taking over everything, Who knows, man? That concludes episode 2 of Serious Talks. Let me know what's the next topic you guys want to talk about, but watching this, you guys should get a little, just a generalized thought. Okay, this is what the series is about. This is what I'm here to do. Just discuss stuff like that. It's really honestly a low-key, a chill podcast, to be honest. But like I said before, give me your ideas, your topics. What should I talk about next? And it doesn't always have to be dark, but I guess what you can learn from this topic is that don't take things for granted, and be careful what you see in the world and what you adapt to, and make sure you are ready to adapt, because what the future has in store is crazy. We don't know, but if you don't live till then, I guess it's none of your worries. But yeah, it's your boy JC. Peace.